December 2025. A single missile leaves a mobile launcher deep inside Russian territory. No warning, no interception. 11 minutes later, a hardened command bunker in eastern Ukraine ceases to exist. No aircraft crossed a border. No radar alert reached decision-makers in time. The weapon responsible was an upgraded Iskander-M ballistic missile, now reaching 1,000 kilometers. This wasn't a routine strike, it was a strategic message, and NATO received it loud and clear. For nearly 2 decades, the Iskander-M was categorized as a short-range ballistic missile. Its officially acknowledged range, roughly 500 kilometers, shaped NATO's entire defensive posture in Eastern Europe. That distance created reaction time, it created depth, it created planning space. But that assumption no longer exists. Intelligence emerging from the Ukrainian battlefield confirms that Russia has quietly rewritten the rules without unveiling a new missile at all. The most destabilizing aspect of this development is not novelty, it's familiarity. This extended-range Iskander uses the same mobile launcher, the same operational doctrine, and the same deployment methods NATO has tracked since 2006. Nothing about its outward profile changed, but internally, everything did. Double the range means double the threat, without doubling the warning. To understand why this matters, you have to understand what makes the Iskander-M uniquely dangerous. This is not a traditional ballistic missile. The N9723 follows a quasi-ballistic trajectory, constantly maneuvering throughout flight. It never presents a predictable arc. During its terminal phase, it performs violent, evasive maneuvers at hypersonic speeds exceeding Mach 6. At that velocity, interception windows collapse to seconds. Patriot PAC-3 batteries can theoretically engage short-range ballistic missiles, but theory collapses under saturation. Each Iskander brigade fields 12 transporter-erector launchers. Each launcher carries 2 missiles. That's 24 missiles ready to fire before reloads. Salvos arrive from multiple azimuths. Air defense commanders are forced to choose between targets, not eliminate them. Defense becomes probability. Attack becomes certainty. Now imagine that same system operating with 1,000 kilometers of reach. Ukrainian battlefield evidence suggests the extended range was achieved through optimized propellant chemistry, reduced warhead mass, and improved aerodynamic efficiency. This isn't speculation. OSINT analysts examining debris have identified longer burn sections and modified fuel grain structures. Russia has done this before. The 9M729 cruise missile followed the same pattern: incremental changes, treaty-breaking performance, and plausible deniability. Strategically, this upgrade redraws Europe's threat map overnight. From Kaliningrad, an Iskander-M can now reach Berlin. From Crimea, it can strike Bucharest. From Belgorod or Kursk, it can hold every major logistics hub at risk without ever crossing a border. Safe rear areas no longer exist. Strategic depth is gone. NATO's missile defense architecture was never designed for this. Aegis ashore sites in Romania and Poland are optimized for high-altitude, predictable ballistic threats. Iskander operates below that engagement ceiling and maneuvers violently. Patriot batteries can defend only limited zones, roughly 20 to 30 kilometers per battery. You can't defend an entire country that way. You can only defend priorities and accept losses everywhere else. Germany's accelerated procurement of Israel's Arrow 3 system underscores the panic. Arrow 3 is effective, but it's expensive, limited in number, and not yet operational. Even when deployed, it will protect select targets, not entire nations. The economics alone favor the attacker. Russia can launch more missiles than NATO can afford interceptors. Ukraine has already lived this reality for years. Iskander strikes have hit command centers, ammunition depots, and power infrastructure, even with Western air defense assistance. Patriot interceptors cost millions per shot. Russia can afford to trade missiles. Ukraine cannot afford misses. And now the same threat scales beyond Ukraine. Poland faces a particularly grim calculation. Its eastern logistics hubs, the backbone of NATO reinforcement plans for the Baltics, sit squarely within the extended Iskander envelope. These facilities were positioned assuming Russia would need aircraft or fixed launch sites to strike them. That assumption is now obsolete. Operationally, Iskander remains one of the most survivable strike systems on Earth. The 9P-78-1 launcher can fire and relocate in under 20 minutes. It operates off-road, under camouflage, supported by decoys and constant displacement. By the time satellites detect a launch, the launcher is already gone. Preemptive targeting is nearly impossible. Russia maintains over 150 Iskander-M launchers across multiple brigades. Even partial deployment represents hundreds of potential strikes in the opening phase of a conflict. Reload times can be under 30 minutes. NATO interceptor stockpiles do not match that tempo. Once magazines empty, the sky belongs to the missile. Precision compounds the danger. With a circular error probable of just a few meters, Iskander is not a terror weapon, it's a scalpel. Command bunkers, radar sites, hardened shelters, all vulnerable. And now, with 1,000 kilometers of reach, the target list expands from tactical assets to strategic infrastructure. This fundamentally alters deterrence dynamics. Russia can cripple NATO's forward infrastructure without invading NATO territory. No airspace violations, no mass troop movements, just standoff strikes that paralyze response capability before Article 5 debates even begin. Ambiguity becomes leverage. The United States has counter-programs, but not now. Precision strike missile upgrades, long-range hypersonics, all promising, all years away. In the near term, NATO relies on limited Patriot coverage, sparse T-8 assets, and hope. Hope is not a doctrine. European governments are reacting, but procurement timelines are unforgiving. Poland accelerates missile defense orders. Germany fast-tracks Arrow 3. Romania requests more Patriots. None of this deploys tomorrow. Iskander already has. This reflects a larger truth about modern warfare. Missiles are cheaper than aircraft, easier to hide, faster to field, harder to stop. Russia built doctrine around denying air superiority, not achieving it. Ground-launched precision weapons make that possible. The extended-range Iskander-M is more than an upgrade. It's a statement. Distance no longer protects you. Reaction time no longer saves you. Defense no longer guarantees survival. The real weapon isn't just the missile, it's the uncertainty it creates. And this is why NATO is watching in silence. If you want clear, no-nonsense analysis on the weapons reshaping modern warfare, subscribe to NeuroIntelE E right now. We don't chase headlines, we break down what actually changes the battlefield. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay ahead of the next strategic shot.